Hi. Hello. Okay. 3 a.m. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be because I'm just trying to stay awake, to be fair. Let me see. What could I play? Etha music. Sure. Okay. Oh, it's kinda. Oh no, it's not loud. I'm massive. The fuck? Sure. Stay massive, girl. Tap to. Where am I? Teleport. Brain lacking a little bit. Okay. Torch? Oh, a whole cutscene. Yes. And so it did explode. Did it lag? What do you feel when you stare into the light? Do you well up with a longing or suddenly realize your insignificance? At this moment, at least for this girl, the answer was not complicated. Ajita, did we pull it off? We're gonna get to see her. This fraudulent creation is undeniable proof that the deed is done. Your question would be better off positioned as a statement. I just wanted to double check for Lantern. I see she's been holding it in for a while. The only one holding it in here is you. Don't use me as an excuse. She kind of has like Lantern's hair when she is glowing. The fraudulent creation. Sure, it might appear a bit tacky at first glance, but in terms of practicality, it's enough to make us breathe a sigh of relief. After that ordeal, I certainly hope so. Uncle Witost, this isn't the time to be bitter and resentful. From today onward, Uxia will no longer worry about the taint of shadows for Langshu. For Langshu has found its own path toward survival. We have ensured that the tragedy of Ming Hai and Baiyu will not repeat itself, no matter what. Sighs of relief would be the understatement of the century-long fame. Tihi. Despite knowing fully well the true nature of everyone present, you still persist in thinking that what we've done can be considered righteous. Your art of deception has reached wholly new depth. Oh, but they haven't beat. Ha, you're really... If you have something to say, Uncle Bai, just say it. After a long silence, the unparalleled first of the 7 shoes still had not uttered so much as a word to break the stagnant air. Oh, he's looking at us. Hello? Chunkers! What is it? Did I open it? I did, okay. He remained in place, shifting his gaze from the shadow beneath the anchor, and instead of... Chunkers! Okay, he just woke up, I guess. And instead of turning towards the Wait, fuck. He remained in place, shifting his gaze from the shadow beneath the anchor, and instead turning towards the perplexed Sonshue. Master? Even though the girl considered herself well versed in human nature, she found his countenance inscrutable at this moment. But perhaps the same could be said for herself. Now. Hello. I'm sorry. Good morning. Wait, what are we doing at Amber Street? Weren't we just facing off against the lantern? Alright, Master popped out of nowhere earlier and then... Maybe Baiji thinks it's time for everyone to pay the piper. It seems that during these past 100 years you've committed numerous direct violations of your master's teaching, many of which even I was unaware of. Whoopsie, I guess. Drunkest. Oh, we're gonna have to take him to the vet again, I think. Drunkest. Oh, 1 second. It's... Back, sorry. I have 3 cats in my room. I mean, now I have 2 cats. I may have to get up from time to time for them. There's no need to drag me through the mud. Apropos of nothing. You just startled me, that's all. Well, taking behind someone's back is a bad habit on perception, which you would do well to get rid of. Anyway, Master stepping in explains why Sarah and Thelema suddenly disappeared during the fight against Lantern. Wait, it's 7:18. Okay, I will take the pill later. Never mind. It was him who brought Serapium and Thelema back and put an end to the battle. Okay, actually I will take it now, because I ate like 20 minutes ago. Alrighty. Back to the battle, okay. What about Shinuno and the others? Did the master send them back to Osea? Quite true. They were powerless against the anomalies here from the start. That's a shame. Okay, stop scaring me. They missed out on witnessing my awesomenesses when I burned down and got serious. A great loss for them. Nevertheless, thanks to Baiji's intervention, all of the nominal 7 shoes have now gathered in Amber Street. The result might be pleasing, but the process was far from elegant, especially for a certain dog that temporarily let off its leash. Of course, from my perspective, there's only one possibility behind it all. Okay, wait, I might have to text my mom to come and take him. Okay, there's only one possibility behind it all. Baiji is getting anxious. What was it? Wait. Baiji, something like this. That's for sure. Even a god will panic when seeing such a massive shadow sphere. But most people in Langxiu aren't the slightest bit anxious. What do you propose they do? Come together, cry their hearts out, and make this fear even bigger? Maybe they do not see it. That does sound like a possibility to me. I think. At the very least, they shouldn't treat it as a casual topic of conversation like they are now. Oh, okay, no. Okay, they see it, never mind. Oh, come on, who do you think we are? And who is leading us? In a little while, it might not even be a topic of conversation at all. But hearing you say that, I'm actually curious about how everyone is holding up. Is it too late? Baiji has arranged for us to have some free time. If you want to go shopping, feel free. Nah, it's not fun to go alone. Aww. As she spoke, she reached out to her long-time faithful companion. Huh? Come on, let's stick together like the good old days. Oh, going shopping. She is pretty. I want her thigh up. She was there for a little bit, but I was waiting for the rerun. It's unfortunate, I guess. Warriors, show your strength. Drive away the shadows from Langxiu's skies. I've seen lines like this in a million comics. It's so unoriginal. Miss Sunshue, can you do that again? Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to answer. No, now that I started, there's stuff happening. Oh god, okay, hold on. They have one. English is hard. Okay, wait, hold on. Bow bow. Okay, send. Fine, okay. Can you do that again? Where you say this during fear gatherings, all these shadows in string Langxiu. Sorry, but I have to correct you. It's great, not straight. Since everyone wants to hear it, I will say it, but passively listening is not enough. You must take these words to heart. And remember them. If anyone asks in the future, You must shout it out loud and then tell them that. This is the shoe of deception. Master Sun Shui's mantra. Alright. That's the spirit. Okay, let's get started. All the shadows in the Great Langshu heed my command. Give off a bit of light and perception just for the show. Cool. Crazy stuff. Oh, I'm still praying. Okay, no, I'm not. If only we could exchange for a finished product. Yes. Master Sun Shui, there was something I was hoping you could help me with. How strange, he usually tenses up whenever he sees me, because he's afraid I might trick him, but now he's so eager. Sure, go ahead. You know, I should not have any distractions, let's hope. Let's hope. Can you pass on the message to that woman who alone keeps the lantern name alive? Ask her if she's interested in collaborating with the Great Horology House to launch a vintage-style watch reminiscent of the Lantern organization. It's just an idea that I was tossing around in my head. If you find it tactless, forget I said anything. Why would I do that? I have no reason to turn down such a fine offer. As you can see, all the 7 shoes are here now, so it might be better to collaborate with them all to make commemorative watches. His name is Kalok? I just realized. But there's in Genshin there's character named Manzana, which literally just means apple in Spanish. Maybe they translated the Chinese name that translates to clock as well. Let's make this clear from the get-go. Since I'm the one who came up with the business idea, the deception model should be more unique, preferably one that people fall in love with at first sight and will never want to take off. Yes, I will do my best. Nice. Wait. It showed in this direction. Wait. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, let's talk you. Wait, what? Why is this guy named Pasta? I will have to ask my Chinese friend about that, because I'm a little curious. Master Sun Shui. Our shop has recently introduced a new dish. Would you like to give it a try? There's no minimum spending requirement this time, is there? Oh no, this one is on the house. All I ask is that you take a photo with me after you finish your meal. And you will plaster that photo on the wall and caption Deception's favorite noodles. I mean, I guess that is a marketing to sell something. Exactly. No, I just enjoy capturing the satisfied smiles of our customers. Since you put it that way. Take as many photos as you want. Ideally, take enough to cover the entire wall. Girl, chill out. Just slapping them on the wall haphazardly would be a waste. If you don't mind, I could print out the photos of us and include them in our shop's promotional flyer. Clever, my goodness. You're better at running a business than I am. After a while. No, why is she dying? Pasta's photography skills are atrocious. By the time he finished, my stomach's about to explode. How much did she eat? Like, she could have just eaten it slower. Girl. Okay. I changed like I rearranged my desk and now I'm still getting used to it. Okay, but the tracking seems alright, I guess. Okay, who next? Oh, no one. I can't even remember the last time we were popular like this. Even if we did kind of borrow Master's influence, it's not a bad idea to experience it again, especially at a time like this. Who is that? Enter the diner. Jump! Okay, figuring. Never mind. Let's focus. Enter the shop. Oh, I see. You prefer this position. Oh, Serapium is here. Duo. She calls him Duo, so I could have kept saying Duo instead of struggling to pronounce Duonigul. Which took me a bit to remember. She's actually happy. What? Duo? Hi, sir. And Duolingo? Huh? Didn't anybody ever teach you to knock? How rude. His paw. He's Engi. That's so adorable. Where is the chunker? Oh, okay, here's the chunker. But this isn't your home, Duolingo. Unless you call any place where you're happy enough to expose your belly your home. What did you say? Duo, it's not nice to needle others, and it's not right to have Gue fight for you either. How many times do we have to tell you? It's the embodiment of Blood of Shadows, the ultimate form of sacrifice. Don't sully its good name with these imposter appellations. If you don't like Gue, then how about Big Bro? Duonigle's Big Bro. I bet that's marked you'll liking. Okay, maybe I shouldn't take the pill. I might throw up. Huh? Who would want to be called that? If Senna were here, she would speak highly of your dog training talent. Senna. You and Miss Thelema really do think alike. Miss Thelema gave me a similar compliment earlier. When she said dog training, she might not mean what I did. He's still angrily doing the thing with the paw. There. Let's move past this topic and get to Miss Thelema. Why isn't she here? Does she think she's too good for this place, or... Before she finished speaking, the girl noticed the inconsistency. Based on her understanding of Thelema, if there was something she didn't like or approve of, even the servants would have been instructed to steer clear. In Thelema's eyes, what seemed to others to be an unreasonable demand was to her merely a pursuit of a higher quality of life, nothing more. The dessert Miss Thelema recommended must be delicious. It sure is. Do you want some? They say most people have a separate stomach entirely for dessert, but I'm not sure I'm up for another bowl. We just ate noodles at Pasta's shop earlier. Either. But Miss Thelema said that I should treat you to a dessert if I met you and then bring you to Taylor's shop. Is Miss Thelema concerned that you will find Taylor's shop boring? Is that why she asked you to bring Duolingo here to kill time? Yes, Miss Thelema currently has no plans of leaving that place. If your only worry is not being able to finish the food, Duo and I will help. Yak, I'm not having someone else's saliva. Duo, there's nothing Miss Sunshua detests more than people who waste food, and I don't want to get on her bad side. Help me out, would you? Fine, just this once. Alright, we should listen to what little Sarah said. It won't be polite to turn her down anymore. Moreover, being able to enjoy dessert and while the day away with good friends is one of the 10 joys of Langshu. And that's how the two of them, along with a gadget and a dog, spent a rather pleasant time in the beverage shop. Though the gadget didn't speak, the dog didn't admit the coming of a catastrophe, and neither did the two people notice any signs of the catastrophe. Should we meet up with Miss Thelema next? Yes, it's almost time for our appointment. We better hurry then. I read that if you swallow a mouthful of water in 7 gulps, you will stop hiccuping. But we don't have time to buy water. In Poland, we are told to eat a spoon of sugar and like slowly suck it, and you will get rid of your hiccup. Okay. Duo, Nigel, if you make fun of me, okay, I will... He hates her cats. Okay, hi, Thelema. Did I make it? You made it just in time. Phew, great. I like clothes of Serapium. These clothes are really cutesy. But don't let it happen again, little Shui. Huh? Miss Thelema is saying that by ethic, you should have arrived early if you placed any value on the meeting. Next time I'll be sure to arrive early. No, come whenever called. Good grief, you're even more like a dog than I am. I don't know about that. Huh? Oi. So, what is it that you wanted me for, Miss Thelema? It's nothing. You can leave now. Wait, what? Same. Miss Thelema means that she just finished measuring you. So, rejoice, for you will soon have new clothes to wear. Probably the clothes she has as a Valkyrie. She has such a cool animation on her ult with Astral Ring. Sarah? Miss Thelema means that I should keep my mouth shut. Then I will just excuse myself. Alrighty, bye. On perception, do you think there is something off about Miss Thelema? She's always been a bit eccentric. Shh. You couldn't be any louder if you tried. If Miss Thelema hears you, she will give me an earful. Duo Needle is gonna snitch on us. Now that you mention it, should we punish Duo first? As the only one who could possibly leak information. Before punishing it, I suggest you hightail it out of his place. After all... Hey, you little dog. Fucking cunt. Oh, it's Jover for us. Forget it. Our first order of business is finding a safe place to hide. Bow bow. Okay. person. Jessie, the fortune teller was how? How did she know people eventually die? Bro, I think you got scammed. 送去。Lantern?
送去。
Aren't you planning on running?
你不打算跑吗？
Amber Street is my territory, and everyone's expecting the Seven Shoes to take care of that dark ball in the sky. If I lost my nerve and scurry around the street, causing that ball to grow for no reason, the shame would be too great to bear. Gahir. I'm the shoe of deception, after all, so I should at least act like it. I need to grab a pillow for my back. Okay, I get it. Oh, being old sucks. Alright. Wait, you... Why is she so close? What? I often ponder this question. Why are all humans always fascinated with games like staring at each other in silence? Well, ask the Lantern. She's trying to be intimidating, I guess. Lantern, you couldn't be waiting under this bridge just to ask me question, could you? This is for you. It tastes similar to the one we used to eat over a decade ago. If you're such a big fan of this candy, you would better keep it for yourself. Or maybe I could buy it from you? I might have been in debt for the past 100 years, but offering you a few candies won't put me in the poor house yet. In any case, the current state of Amber Street allows for the reunion of the Seven Shoes. And you wanted to commemorate the occasion with candy? Yes. I think the last time we all gathered together like this was nearly a century ago. Oh, girl. This really is quite moving. But Sunshui, you once asked me what it feels like to stand before the Anchor. At that time, I could not clarify my thoughts and remained silent. But now my thoughts have dispelled that fog of confusion and presented themselves before me. Yes, fascinating. The counterfeit you mentioned, I have never longed for such a thing, nor have I underestimated myself. I have only once come to one gradual realization that drawing nourishment from the shadows and mistakes cast by the dome of destiny is futile. I'm sorry. For the survival of Langshu, for the people in this land who are still struggling, I must kill you. Wait, what? Elaborate? Meanwhile, the people in Osia also made their own decision. Didn't he say she is important to Himena's sacrifice, actually? We have to return to Langshu. Her companions responded almost instantly after her proclamation. Agreed. Thanks. Are all those abnormal events Event notification getting on your nerves too, Coralie. It's not just because of that. We've been waiting and watching for so long. But the situation in Othia hasn't improved at all. It's still plagued by shadows. We don't necessarily have to follow the words of someone we just met, even if that person is Sun Shui's master. Correct. True, he is friendly enough, but his actions are extremely forceful, and he's left us with very little choice. We didn't even get to say goodbye to Sun Shui. Oh, next is going to speak, Dreamseeker. If Sun Shui wakes up and finds that we are all gone, she's bound to be disappointed. More than just disappointed, she might be heartbroken. Are you so sure? Call it a telepathic connection between companions. Companions, huh? Seemingly realizing something. Shinsue's expression rapidly became crestfallen. To be perfectly honest, I shouldn't speculate too much about the relationship of the Seven Shoes, but the relentless hunting from distraction and the arbitrariness of falsehood practically forced me to see the negative in all things. Oh no. I wonder if Aunt Perception knows. I can't conclude whether it stems from an inexplicable kindness or an impending conspiracy until I see it with my own eyes. Of course, compared to Othia's future, all that I've spoken about seems positively trivial. In that case, we have to return to Langshu. No matter what, we can't just continue stumbling around in the dark like this. You're right. There's no harm in giving it a try. Understood. Well, let's get started. It wouldn't hurt to try challenging it first with my own strength. That? Touch the anchor. Bet. Is she here? Wait, can I see? Is she here there? Oh, she is the S rank here. Nice. Touch. We are counting on you, Senna. Don't worry, leave it to me. Confident. Huh? Why isn't it responding? Try smacking it harder. The anchor of the apocalypse isn't some old-fashioned household appliance, is it? But might makes right. Alright, I'm gonna give it a whack. Oh lord. And what happened? So EP. But I need to stay until like 10 at least. Why did we stop in the sea of data? Should I have smacked it a few more times? Look over there. No, don't make me fight. Since their shadow is probably related to Sun Shui's master. He didn't want us to interfere with Langshu's affairs in the first place, so it's unsurprising for him to tamper with the anchor of the apocalypse beforehand. So the question is, how do we get to Langshu now? Should we get Corallie's plane to scout for a way like before? That's the Cambrian 535. But we don't need it now. As the saying goes, a clumsy denial exposes itself. What? All we need to do is follow the shadows and fight our way through. Is the principle still related to the energy gradient you mentioned earlier? Yes, now we understand that the shadows are not native to the Sea of Data, just like the water in a cave doesn't belong to the cave itself. Therefore, if we swim against the current, we will eventually see the light. Can I swap my team here? Oh, I'll probably have to play them either way. They locked me out! I will make this quick. Bow. Bow, bow. Okay. No, I should have taken different team with Vita. Oh no. What happens to the best of us? I don't wanna leave now. It's not that deep. Compared to the last time we chased after that dog, this master doesn't seem determined to make our life difficult. I think his position is rather different from Duo Eagle's. Oh wait, there is a boss or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I would guess this is meant to be a boss. Or a bossly figure. Oh, never mind, they all have that. So maybe an elite? No, I wasted it. Wait, can she attack mid-air? Oh, she will always get down. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. They could make a nice animations for her in air. I think, I mean, it's too late now, but she will probably get an S rank battle suit at some point, so maybe then. Wait, are these bosses? Looks like we've reached the swords. Boom. Oh, done? Never mind. Stupid. Now the eel? Where? Oh, never mind. As expected. The stupid. No, I cannot even command shadows as I wish. Amidst the stagnant silence, the only response came in the form of the four outsiders' gaze. Even though I'm skilled in creation, in the end, I'm trapped by it. It's quite fitting as a punishment, is it not? Hopefully they can scare off those children. If this measure turns out to be extraneous, the result would be satisfying nonetheless. Regardless of whether it's strictly necessary, we have to consider all possibilities. Only then will the crux of the world's problems truly surface from the murky waters called human nature. Now I realize that the so-called ritual always revolved around the perishing of life. Is this why he wants to perish life of Sonshui? Probably. If Lithos hadn't sacrificed himself 100 years ago, the only turnaround would never have come to me here and now. Yes, even it will only bring more perishing. We must Pay our debt. Ooh, creepy. Pay the price. Dun, 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 dun. Dropped in. Narrator. After passing through the extremely unstable spatial rift, one by one, and returning to Langshu, the red-haired girl immediately deduced the possible patterns between herself and the teleport waypoints. Oh. Guess the Anchor of the Apocalypse really is like an old appliance. Sure, we might have fallen into the sea of data, but all it took was a few whacks to get us where we wanted to go. I'm pretty sure we fell into the sea of data because Sun Shui's master interfered. Yeah, I would say so. That ruined my appliances analogy. I was looking forward to seeing if the Anchor of the Apocalypse was secretly connected to CRTs and LCDs. Or maybe even comic books. You know, like we have all been living inside a fairy tale or something this entire time. Sounds kinda creepy if you ask me. Let's put these tangents aside for now. Since we came here to uncover the purpose of the Seven Shoes, and Sun Shui's master just mentioned some ritual, our best course of action is to find out where Sun Shui went. As the saying goes, undue delay might bring trouble. There's really no need for that. There. Oh, she has the clothes from that other quest. She's right there. This is the clothes she got from Miss Thelema? What are they doing? Wait, is this like the past? Or... This is the clothes she had in one of the, like, memories? But when Shinono and the others were trying to nudge their way through the crowd, excited cheers burst out from the center of the crowd. You lost, and now it's time to pay. I don't have that match to my name. I didn't say you have to give me all your belongings if you lose. Just give this bag of ill-gotten gains back to everyone for me. After giving the winner's speech, she walked to Chiquan and whispered something into his ear. In this line of work, it would behoove you to still have a conscience. Who you can or can't deceive, how to deceive, and to what extent. There are certain rules at play. You understand? Understand? Understood. That's more like it. Sun Shui, over here. She turned around. It wasn't until she realized that she was not only surrounded by passerbys rooting for her heroic deeds, but also her returning companions. Sena? How did you all end up here? We were worried about you, that's why. Your master came and knocked you out without saying a word. Then hurled us back to Osia. He even... We are not blaming him. We are just concerned about you. Concerned about me? What could have happened to me? It's not like I'm going out of my way to find excuses for my master, but you really shouldn't stay in Lanxio for too long. The upcoming ritual of the Seven Shoes will put an end to the crisis in Osia. However, on the flip side, the Anchor of the Apocalypse in Lanxio will be completely stagnant and never be activated again. In the event, you are unable to leave in time. In the event you are unable to leave in time, you will have to stay in Lanxio indefinitely. Okay. He could have been more straightforward about this when we first met. It's not like we are demons. If you ask us, we could even be considered his companions. According to own perception, Master was a bit anxious, which is why he made the decision without informing us. Anyway, as his disciple, I should still take responsibility on his behalf. It's okay, our primary objective is coming back. In coming back is to ensure your safety. Speaking of which, why isn't Perception with you? Oh, and Perception thought there were too many people around, so she wanted to be alone for a while to prepare for the ritual. When exactly does the ritual start? I can't say for sure, but when the time comes, Master will find a way to remind everyone to gather. It won't be too late for you to leave then. I thought... What, you're not trying to get rid of me, are you? After the ritual ends, we won't be able to see each other anymore. Don't say that! Of course we want to see you, but we won't be able to. Yes? Yes, this opportunity to say goodbye is something we all fought for. I didn't expect you guys would miss me so much. Well then. Before you leave, I've gotta take you to experience the most unique things in Amber Street. Wait, then maybe we saw... the future? Because why does she have this clothes now if she had them before in the... recollection of the past? Or she just needs these clothes for... the sacrifice, whatever it's called, ritual. Before you leave, I've gotta take you to experience the most unique things in Amber Street. Our time together isn't over yet, so we can't leave anything unsaid or undone. Are you concerned about my outfit? Yes! Yeah, after all, considered your personality, it is a pretty bizarre to see you shopping in this attire. Well, it's all because Lantern tore several holes in my nicer clothes. I've already asked Miss Janet from Taylor's shop to take care of it. Until then, I will have to make do with this outfit. Oh. So what outfit is Miss Thalema making? Her Valkyrie outfit? Go with Sunshue. Oh right, I forgot I can't do that. Yes, I'm here. We are here. We might not have enough time to sit down for desserts, but the drinks it serves are also exceptional. Why don't you all tell me your preferences? I will help pick the proper drink for you. That way, there will be some element of surprise. Just get me the best-selling drink in the shop. Thanks. Sure thing, and what about the others? I prefer light drinks. As for Coralie, she likes it heavily flavored. I mean, salty. That's correct. Thank you, Sunshue. Aw, they know each other so well. Any Shirano? The more toppings, the better. Load me up. The third one down the second column from the left on the menu. I will have your favorite. Oh, I want to try to have her favorite. Oh, why? Amber Street is your stomping ground, so it makes sense for me to follow your lead, right? You know how to lift a girl's spirit. Alright everyone, just stay right here. I'll be back in just a second. What's wrong, Coralie? Oh, I gotta take painkillers. I mean, whatever it's called for inflammation. Where are they? Up here. Okay, I took pills, but oh, okay. I don't like having like a lot of different medicine scattered around the hours of the day. Like, I prefer to just have them morning and evening, or morning or evening, and not like random as hours. Don't you find something strange about Sun Shui? What makes you say that? If your glass broke, but you still wanted to drink water, what would you do? I would drink from a bowl, or I would go get a bottle of water. Exactly. When something we often use breaks, we usually choose the easiest replacement we can find. But the clothes Sun Shui is wearing right now are the same set we saw in her memories. Yes. Yes. What would make someone dig out their clothes from so many years prior? Maybe for a memorable occasion of some sort. Are you suggesting that the ritual is some kind of celebration? Like putting on a paper crown on your birthday? Did you think of that example too, Senna? What? Huh? Who? Sina, Sun Shui just said that this might be our last time in Langshu. Don't you think it would be a pity to spend it sleeping? I'm wide awake now, Shilono. If you see me dozing off again later, give my cheeks a hard pinch. I won't be mad at you. Well, who kind of you? You're really one of a kind. Oh, what are you giddy for? Did you talk about something fun? As Sun Shui said, this drink was surprisingly good. It's not only brought a sparkle to Senna's eyes, but also caused Coralie's tail to wag with gusto. Judging by your reaction, I would say I made the right choices. Anyway, my friends, make sure you haven't forgotten any of your belongings. And let's move on to the next stop. The most popular among the 10 joys of Langshu. As soon as the people hit the streets, no one can resist playing a round of flip and win. The what? Oh, I can change my team. Let me do that real quick. Let's do it like this, maybe. Confirm. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Focus. Hey, Master Sun Shui, you brought friends? How many rounds this time? My friends here have important matters to attend, so we don't have to get time to get into it. Can you do us a favor by removing the guaranteed unlimited bits and simplifying the gameplay so that everyone can have a good time? Oh, certainly. You've supported my business many times before. It's the least I can do. Wait, but her thigh is broken too. No, her calf. After a short wait, Shu completed the trial version of Flip and Win. In short, the 10 cards in front of you consist of one golden, 2 purple, 6 blue, and 1 black. If you draw a golden, purple, or blue card, I will give you a small prize of the same rarity. Keep in mind that since you are playing a simplified version of the game, their value won't be too high. However, if you draw the black card, all the other cards will be rendered invalid. So if we draw the black card, it's game over? Correct, but if you can just go for but you can just go for another round. Think of it as testing your luck. Relax and have fun. Let me see. Miss Corelli and Miss Halia drew a blue card, and Miss Nadia drew a purple card. Now it's your turn. Hesitation leads to defeat. Draw. What a shame. Another blue card. I knew it. Well, at least it's not black. Do you want to take a shot, Sun Shui? Oh, alright then. I will join in on the fun. It's a black one. Well, Master Sun Shui has had her fair share of golden in this life before, so one black card doesn't mean much. Yeah, from another perspective, it's actually quite an exciting experience. Although this round is invalid, could you do me a favor and pick up the card in the top left corner? Aunt Perception, when did you arrive? I've been here the whole time, you just didn't notice me. At any rate, why don't you take a look at that card? It's gonna be golden. Okay, I need to change my position again. My poor old back. Alright, I'll take a look for you. Whoa, a golden card. You're really something. Out Perception. After all, you've already eliminated many distracting options for me. If I can't win, even after all that help, then maybe I made the wrong decision in joining this game. This is just for fun, so there are no real stakes here. You're right. Now that we've experienced the culinary and gaming aspects that make Amber Street unique, it's time for some joy. Does food not count as joy in Langshu? Well, to be honest, I had already eaten quite a bit before everyone arrived. I'm still digesting. Of course, if everyone's hungry, I can... It's okay. We are not that hungry. But a certain someone seems to be dozing off. I'm not sleepy, honestly. Alright, I believe you. Shall we get going then? The next place we are going to is one of the iconic buildings on Amber Street. Oh? Oh, it's her speaking. This is so cool. It reminds me of Vale and Nikki. The view from here is fantastic. Yeah, standing here gives you a panoramic view of the whole town. You won't get sleepy when the wind's blowing in your face. You just yawned and I did too. Sun Shui? I'm coming. Sun Shui, what's wrong? Nothing, it's just my first time being a tour guide and I can't help but worry if the tourists will find the site satisfactory. But seeing everyone's enthusiasm, I can safely assume the trip is going well. Yeah, I'm enjoying the tour. A sudden gust of wind lifted the dusty cloak and golden hair, stirring up a long forgotten memory. As a guide, she should have shared some interesting historical anecdotes to leave her new friends with an unforgettable impression of Langshu. But for some reason, as she tried to do so, her selfishness caused her to alter her words with an alarming rapidity. To be honest, looking down from this bridge, there is nothing special about the view. But if you think about how the people below are looking at us, it does lend it a unique feeling. It's like being on a stage. Bingo. Speaking of stages, there's an old story related to them that I feel is apt here. Since the atmosphere is already set, you better not say you don't want to hear it. Of course I want to hear it. There's something to be said for playing along and creating a little suspense. Oh, my package was sent. Cool. Whoops, I skipped something. I didn't think of that. But since there aren't any objections, I'll get on with the story. This story begins a long time ago. Back then, Osia and Langshu were still united as one, and the protagonist of the story hadn't even received her own name yet. However, for the sake of convenience, let's call her Girl for now. The girl had been living in a gloomy and cramped orphanage for as long as she could remember. The orphanage consisted of only 2 floors, yet housed over 100 homeless children. That's scary. And sounds a little dangerous to some extent. In such an environment, anything that could take them out of themselves was alluring. Toys were in high demand, books were luxury items, and any meal with meat was a privilege enjoyed solely by the strong. The children in the orphanage learned to live in a dog-eat-dog world from a young age. If they wanted to play with a toy, they had to fight for it, and if they wanted to eat, they had to snatch it from the others. If anyone was dissatisfied, they settled their grievances with their fists. They are children, what? For our female protagonist, despite being bereft of calculated strategies, she would nevertheless stubbornly challenge the child despots who hoarded the pastries and monopolized the toys. As a result, she naturally faced exclusion. She was a perfectly ordinary person who never stood out in any particular way as she grew up. If it weren't for a fortunate turn of events, we probably wouldn't be hearing her story today. We usually refer to such people as fools. However, even though she had to choke down stringy leftovers and scrap off the pretentious show prints on her clothes on a daily basis, she still carried hope in her heart, yearning for life to give her a reason to be optimistic. Well, I guess fortune does favor the foolish. While preparing for a performance, the girl unexpectedly was cast in the role of the villainous princess. The character was a particularly loathsome sort, arrogant, selfish, and temperamental, though dressed in magnificent attire. But at that moment, she suddenly felt an unprecedented sense of happiness. As tears welled up in her eyes, she began to envision her own future. She actually likes playing the villain. That's not necessarily true, it's just that she realized that in a specific time and space, all the dazzling spotlights and the audience's gaze would be focused solely on the girl who are adorned in a princess dress. Even though it was a role that no one wanted to play, she believed it would give her a stage, one big enough to work a miracle that would allow her to leave the orphanage. Although she couldn't properly explicate why, she believed firmly that she would be noticed by the upper class and could transform overnight from a sparrow into a phoenix. However, even while holding onto that belief, she also knew deep down that it was impossible. All she needed was a fantasy to hold onto. When one fantasy is shattered, there will always be another. In a sense, the opportunity to perform was perhaps the most realistic among all her fantasies. After all, a princess's dress really can sparkle, and given the right time and circumstances, she would be able to wear one and transform into someone more respectable than anyone else. Most importantly, of all, no one would be competing with her then. It provided an ideal environment conducive to fantasy. Just like many years later, she would meet many people who fantasized about dying on a warm bed, surrounded by loved ones with no regrets in life. Yeah, everything was supposed to be at least as long as there wasn't a power outrage that night. There was, I guess. A power outrage? That's quite sudden. Could it be? Who knows? After all, power outrages were fairly common in those days, so every household had candles as backup. So there should be, there was a power outrage, but there wasn't. Maybe it's like dropping a piece of toast butter side down, unlucky in a mundane way, but merely due to the fact it happened at the moment the girl was about to speak on stage. It unexpectedly became an event that changed her life. Naturally, the girl couldn't possibly have realized that at the time she was lost in her own thoughts, constantly wondering, was this the wrong time for her to go on stage? Had she missed her mark, or maybe she simply wasn't worthy of being a princess or a part of the upper strata? After pondering over such thoughts, the girl finally mustered up the courage she needed. And as our grand tale comes to its conclusion, she clutched the hem of the princess dress that didn't belong to her and ran. By the time the light came on, she was long gone, having left both the stage and the orphanage, and embarking on her journey as a wanderer. She thus went on to become a con artist. Sun Xue. Hey, what are you so down for? Look at how cheerful I am. As the teller of this tale, I can assure you that the girl has found the answers, which once eluded her. There are people willing to come and see her even without a stage and a dress. And so she asked me to give her friends a parting gift out of heartfelt gratitude, a crown that matched the princess's dress she wore. I don't know if her friend is willing to accept it. This is far too valuable. If you don't take it, our deal will go down the drain. You wouldn't be that heartless, would you? I will gladly accept it. Thank you. That's more like it. I hate to spoil the joyous atmosphere, but why is that lantern is the one hesitant to approach us now? We gonna visit her? Have a little talkie? Please don't crash. Not long ago, okay. So whenever this old story is mentioned, I can't help but feel a bit envious of Litos myself. In the end, he died in a way that corresponded to his view of death. An honor few people get to enjoy. When the girl regained her senses, the man's voice seemed to be coming from a distant place. So much so that when he started dwindling down his speech, she realized she had completely missed the preamble. Oh. Maybe I should get a new chair that wouldn't destroy my back. That sounds like an idea. The old story. She savored the words and contemplated hard, but failed to discern their real meaning. But that was only natural. Over the past century, this was hardly unusual. When obstinacy she couldn't control. She always tried to think of every potentiality. I might have to take the pill for the cough. Which one is it? This one. What haven't I done? What haven't I done well? What can I still do? Having been caught up in such an all-consuming current for so long, she no longer had the mental capacity to think about others. Could you please repeat that? What were we talking about just now? It's a forge Master Ajita once mentioned to me. Back then, in Antares, she was renowned through the land. In her hands, even an ordinary piece of iron was positively radiant with potential, and could become a famous sword renowned for eras. Given Ajita's interest, they would naturally have been quite close. So Ajita began to notice the commonality of mediocrity. Regardless of the purpose, when people hold those swords and feel their pulse, there's always an involuntary aspect to it. Junkers. Even if they are gentle at heart, they subconsciously want to wield the sword, whether it's slashing something or casually thrusting. Like leading a strong hunting dog with a rope, everyone is attracted by the overpowering energy in a direction that they might not have wanted to go in initially. Are you referring to the Lantern Organization in the past, or us, who are taking advantage of the 10 Faces of Misery? Perhaps both, or maybe... I'm just using this opportunity to blame the past me, who encountered the Zodiac Astral Ring for the first time before the Amber Street Great Panic erupted. Speaking of which, if you are so convinced that the anomalies in Langshu are originating from the Astral Ring carried by those outsiders, why did you let them go? Wait. Yeah. That's not your style. Even if it was unintentional, I should not have thrown down the true Astral Ring merely for the desire of wanting to mind my own business. Oh. Lantern, perhaps this sounds presumptuous, coming from me. But do you still find me worthy of being a sage? I can say for sure, but in terms of being self-opinionated, you are no different from the other sages I've encountered. Although I'm really in no place to criticize. Self-opinionated indeed. I'm not the type of person who takes risks, yet this is precisely what I'm doing at this moment. Perhaps it is because I understand myself well, and I trust myself too much. Whichever it is. Can't you change the way you talk to people? Clearly, this woman who was always valued efficiency had no intention of trying to read between the lines in search of a deeper meaning. If there is nothing else, I will be on my way. I've wasted too much time on those outsiders. I need to find out what's really going on with Ajita. Although the man wanted to tell her this seemed unnecessary, he ultimately didn't. All they could do now was wait, and her next words were quite easy to predict. Someone has to do something. Besides, someone has to go and retrieve that defector. I'm not in favor of that. Dawn Eagle might be more nostalgic for Langshu than you or I. But since all we can do now is wait, here is hoping that you find something worthwhile. Okay, see you later. I am here. Why are her hair glowing already? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. The astral ring power is activating on its own again. Boom. Nice. Amazing even. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, this is like special one, no? Oh, she always does that. Never mind. Wait, keep going. Oh, okay, okay. Got to 2F. I thought she would have normal here when we play her. And change it when we are in combat or something. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Nice. Well, okay, not here. Alright, I cannot be... I cannot be speedy. Okay, go in here. Ooh. Where did 2F just now? Maybe not. I don't know. How did I played her trial, but I don't remember how you make her keep shooting. The rift carry hasn't closed yet. Looks like it just passed through here. Enter the place where Ajita is sleeping. Hello, Ajita. Or not. Nom 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 nom. This wound my cat though, that's actually big. The fuck? Oh, shit. I gotta remember. Sleeping. So she was sleeping? Strange. How did the lantern actually stay here? Why does her scent linger like those monsters? Could it be that she's coming back for something? She must have... Are you blind? Hi there. Lantern? You didn't show any signs here. You are bailing out of the ritual at the last minute. Jesus. This reminds me of one art I saw from Madoka Magica, where there would, like, on the sides would be the shoes of the magical girls, and in the middle where Duoningo is, the girls would be like either crying, be dead, or like one of the signs what on to what happened to them. Unlike that time with Lithos, I'm not in real danger now, so I'm not flaking on this. I just... Question mark? What is that? Hold on. I'm not sealed by perception right now. So what is there to be afraid of? What is it to you anyway? Times have changed and the current me is... Wait here. Okay, so I have to hold... No, she holds it by herself. What? I don't know. When I get her, if I get her, I will have to play the trial again. Times have changed, and then what? Duoningo had regained its connection to the Pool of Shadows. However, until it witnessed the girl destroy the objects in front of her once again, it, who had once thought itself unparalleled, couldn't help but wonder, was it really any different from those monsters when facing a composed lantern? Times have changed. My respect for you has deepened even more. Eyebrow raise, bro? So you're officially on a business. So you are here on official business. You could just tell me what you need. I want to investigate Ajita a bit more. Finding you was a byproduct of that, nothing more. In that case, I assume you have reached some conclusion? Conclusions? Yes, about Ajita? Oh, she is beyond saving. She's been dead for a while now. Anyone can tell. Do you know how she died? I didn't pay attention. I didn't want to come here in the first place. Lithos made me. It was Lithos' power that brought me here. The Pool of Shadows? Of course, the monsters you just dealt with are closer to us than creations of the Sea of Data, don't you think? Does it mean the anomaly has something to do with the Pool of Shadows' power, but it's not related to it itself? I need to double check the area. Duoningo doesn't seem trustworthy. Anyways, Ajita, of all of us, she never seemed like the one who would die first, except for Lithos. The girl gently pushed aside the collar of the deceased. You are holding your arm up. And she's on the ground. No visible wounds, no sign of poisoning or suffocation, no traces of the 10 faces of misery haunting her. She's like glowing blue. I knew it. There is no end to these guys. Are we fighting again? Fighting again. Could they be the guards left by Ajita? No, I didn't get to see the ult animation. What happened? Was it because I was too close to the... to the wall? Can I step on her? Again. They are a cinch to deal with. I can handle it myself. But I don't want to waste so much time. Yeah, tell him. I heard about you from Baiji. Are you sure the power just now came from the Pool of Shadows? Of course, I would know if someone stole my stuff, wouldn't I? Otherwise, why would I be here? That's for the best. Let's go. Come with me to meet Perception. What? It will be more convincing with the owner in tow. Aren't you investigating who is exploiting the power of the Pool of Shadow? That I am? But Lantern, you know, I'm all about peace, right? You're not bringing me along to make enemies, are you? Enemies? What about that? I thought you were gonna say the opposite. Can't say for sure now. Maybe just seeing an acquaintance. The one who should never be the first to die. And the protected remains. Let's go. Maybe Perception has actually been Ajita this entire time. I think I was saying on one of the streams that if they cannot, like, Perception is part of Ajita, so, like, if they couldn't just recreate the Ajita for the ritual, with the remains in Perception. What is it? You've heard about her, right? The plan, which requires all sorts of artifacts to complete. Maybe it's just a joke to her, for her to notion of gadgets could simply be using tools. Hold on, what did you mean earlier? Are you saying that Perception is Ajita after all? I mean, it's just a hunch. We'll see when we get here. I mean, to be fair, we knew that she was she was like part of Ajita. Something along those lines. Leave. Can you load, baby girl? Come on, let's go. There's plenty more to explore in Amber Street. Yeah, you may have had a point. If we hadn't passed this place by 6 times already. Oh, looks like they're still here. Then don't go there. We are looking for someone, right? Let's ask them. I said, don't go over there. Now is not the time to disturb her. I'm not disturbing her, it's just... Oh. I guess simply appearing in front of her is enough to ruin her day. Aww. So, Lantern, is your decision the same as 100 years ago about that person's life and death? Yeah, just walk off, Quinn, and say nothing. Well, Cora already saw them. It's Jover. I think I will have to bandage my arm, my hand. Like, I have my fingers duct taped together so it doesn't hurt. Did it crash? But also I have so many little wounds from my cat. Cause he has gone mad yesterday. And scratched me, like, actually deeply, it seems. Hello? Did the game crash or what? Wait, let me see. It doesn't seem so. Can you work then? What happened? I might have to alt F4. Oh, never mind. I think something is happening. Or not? Well, it doesn't say the app is crashing. But at the same time, nothing is happening either. Well, I'm gonna alt F4 then. Is this one? Yeah, I think so, okay. Alt F4 and let's reopen the game. Start. Cyberpunk 2077. Yes. Fireverse. Connecting to network, checking for setting updates. Loading settings. Maybe I thought the servers are down. It would say so. Maybe the game just went stupid. Stupid back a game. Hello. I did them already. Leave me alone. Confirm. Maybe I have to replay it again, but turn it rank with Sunshua. Hold on. Oh, okay. Shoe of Gadget. There's nothing that's truly medical in this world as long as it can go through her hands. Pitch traversing time or space or something. This is so cool. It really does remind me of the Veil in... It does remind me of Veil in Nikki. Oh, it's up. Right. Okay. Follow the lead. What is F2 though? Expedition guide. Give me that. Oh, XP tips. Pick them up. Maybe my internet is lagging or something? I don't think so though. Should be just fine. Flame. Amazing. I'll probably have to replay it again. Let's see. Oh, never mind. I hate to spoil the joyous atmosphere, but... Oh, never mind. Oh, never. No. I guess we are still unwelcome guests to her. She might even view us as an old threat that emerged anew. If that were the case, based on our past experience, we would be staring down the barrel of a gun right now. Things sure have changed while we were away. Sun Shui? Well, it's been a bit troublesome, but the master has already stepped up, so this whole thing will blow over eventually. Lantern won't bother us anymore. Everyone here is just as welcoming as I am. If they weren't so busy, they would come personally and entertain you all. If anything, I actually think you've been a bit too hospitable. Anyway, where are we heading next? There are 10 joys of Langshu, right? According to your plan, it would appear we've only just begun. Hey, you all better get yourselves ready. The dice itinerary has been refined over the past 100 years, and I've got it down to a mirror shine. By the time you leave here, I guarantee you will have seen every nook and cranny of Amber Street, and you won't need a second visit. Got it. You mean a rescue excavation? Well, rather than witnessing history, it feels more like we're sightseeing in a foreign land. When I'm in front of Sun Shui, I don't have any advantage of being a person from the future. Okay, if we keep talking like this, I'm gonna start feeling self-conscious. How about we go eat some snacks and take a breather? This place next to us is a time-honored establishment. It's been over 100 years and I still haven't got tired of it. They definitely know what they are doing. Time-honored. Should it be... I don't really mind, but I guess some people have been waiting for this moment. Although she was teasing the red-haired girl on purpose, things were different with Senadia. Unlike the overly energetic Sun Shui, Senadia seemed a bit rigid today. Of course, considering how busy they had been previously, this level of fatigue was understandable, even if it was noticeable, so it was hardly suspicious. Looks like everyone is going with the flow. Alright then. Come over here, this way. Okay, we continue. Nah, it's not festival yet. Oh, it's him. Could it be... the actor guy? My, isn't this... Master Sun Shui, what are you doing? I'm just taking a stroll, no need to make a big fuss. But didn't you use the information I gave you earlier for this? Oh, it's him. Not amused. When tracking the One Eagle before, it was this man in front of her who, after thinking he had received an extremely valuable hint, gave us his hard-earned shadow to the girl without hesitation. Judging by his actions, at least at this moment, he hadn't changed his mindset. I can't thank you enough for that tip-off you gave me. Since you are here, he suddenly paused and furtively glanced at the band of outsiders. Master Sun Shui, how about we talk later? Come on now, there's no need to hide anything. These are all friends of mine. I am always open with them. I was wondering if you were going to open a new shop, but now that I've gotten a closer look, is this going to be a market? This place is bumping tonight, and it's all thanks to you. Well, as you can see, nothing is set in a stone yet. However, I do want Amber Street to look more festive. Although it's not time for a festival yet, can anything be more important for us in Langxiu than the return of shoes? Besides, I'm sure that seeing Amber Street bustling with people who are enjoying themselves will make them delighted. I knew it. You're quite good at flattery. I'm just attentive to detail. Besides, even though I shouldn't be the one to say it when Master Sunshine was here, the residents of Langxiu are used to ordinary fair gatherings and aren't familiar with the intricacies of what goes into a celebration. So I can be the only one taking care of it. Chonkers! What is he doing? Chonkers! Hold on. Hey! Hey, back. Something was with Chonkers. I let him out onto the house. Like said my mom to take care of him. He didn't seem to want to be here. When the celebration officially begins, please grace us with your presence and say a few kind words in front of the other shoes for us. By then. Alright, I can never turn down a festive atmosphere, so even if nobody invites me, I will come anyway. One second. Oh, they are talking on university group chat. I kinda... Never mind. Anyway. However, never mind. Just go ahead and take care of your important matters. I have something urgent to attend to here. Here we are, and there is no queue. We are really lucky today. What is happening? The Nadia is about to do something. Wait for me for a moment. I'm preparing something. I had a hunch before, but this is really a long-standing brand that also exists in Osia. But is this... Shit. We are lucky today. Wait for me for a moment. I'm preparing something nice for you all. I had a hunch before, but is that really the long-standing brand that also exists in Osia? In that case... Here it is. Thank goodness I gave an early notice. Otherwise, at this hour, we might not have been able to sample any freshly baked ones. Although they are an old brand, they've always been innovating over years. I've been dying to try their new pastries for ages, but I've gained a fair bit of unwanted weight recently. I understand. You don't want to be the one getting chunky. If you say so, but I'm used to living a hard life before, so I've come to love eating some oily snacks. In that case, give me Helia's portion too. She's always obsessing over body fat. I should show some understanding. I'm putting her and out-perception in the same group. Hey, Coralie, I don't always go on about that. My apologies. If necessary, I can also exhibit the function of eating, so there is no need for special classification. However, it does seem quite different from those in Osea, and the smell is rather unique. Okay, what is happening to Senadia though? She's like about to snap or something. My goodness, it's completely different. Even with just minor adjustments, the differences are more significant than I imagined after nearly a century. This is nowhere near it. Want to try something else? You won't get to eat this again. I specifically brought a little bit of everything. But speaking of that, even though it was to put an end to Osea's 10 Faces of Misery, the two words can no longer be connected anymore, can they? Who knows, maybe in another 100 years, Master and the others might find a way to achieve both goals. That reminds me, Shirano, I have a favor to ask before you leave. Me? Yes. You see, I'm somewhat of a celebrity here, and if I want to take my friends around Amber Street, I have to change my clothes so nobody recognizes me. Based on what Shinsui mentioned earlier, it would appear I'm quite famous in Osea as well? Indeed, anyone who hasn't been living under a rock has heard of you. Although the recorded version of you is quite different. Right, that's what I fear the most. Now that you see me in person, can you, well, tell my story truthfully? Of course, that's also one of the assignments given to me by Shinsui. Even if you didn't ask, I would still record everything I see and hear. That's why I said tell my story truthfully. She means you should spice things up and create another legend for her. What's absurd about that? I mean, who would want to go down in history? Respect is a big deal. I've got quite the reputation around here, and to lose face would be a fate worse than death. Understand? But the accounts about you in Osea are already quite sensational. Do those not satisfy you? Well, at first glance they seem somewhat accurate, but on the second thought, it's like they are describing a completely different person. It all feels a bit soulless, don't you think? You see, we've known each other for so long, and in truth, I don't really know how to deceive people. Can't you tell? For the girl, this might be quite a revelatory confession. For outsiders who lacked certain information, however, it was rather difficult that due to her uttering it with such nonchalance. How to deceive him. In short, Shinono, what kind of person is considered likable in Osea? It's hard to say for sure, and when you said soulless just now, I thought you wanted the posterity to have a more accurate understanding of you. But in reality, you want to twist it your way. I do care about my reputation, it's just that when it comes to saving my face, everyone has a different definition of it. It's deception, isn't it? I wasn't clear, but you get the gist. But even so, being likable is difficult to quantify. It seems that we are straying further away from the point. Despite all the talk, I just want to hear you say that I'm likable enough as I am. Wow, you really are a terrible liar. Should we go somewhere else? I want to see if there is anything else to play. I mean, investigate, of course. Of course there are. I've been here for over 100 years, exploring everything this place has to offer. Exploring everything this place has to offer isn't so easy. Considering their previous experience of dining together, the girl looked at Senadia. Though she didn't count as a big eater. No, she's been corrupted. An intense curiosity stemming from her unique birth always compelled her to leave the dining table last. However, this time the situation seemed to be different. Alright, let's go, Senna. Do they not see? Hello, are you blind? Sure, where to go next? Senna, you... What are you looking at me like that for? Is there something wrong with me? You're being corrupted. Although they had only spent a short time together, the girl's effusiveness constantly reminded the others that she didn't need to be looked after. Sure. However, no amount of energy can last forever, especially at this moment when seeing is believing. What's wrong? What's this? Catch her? Senna? Why did they just look? Catch her, or at least pretend. Helga started to pray. Perception, give me a hand. Although there were signs of this happening earlier, due to the outspoken significance this day held for Sun Shui, she seldom paid attention to anyone else's emotion and instead focused solely on her own. Therefore, Sun Shui, who was usually good at reading people, was just as taken aback as everyone else when Senadia failed to suppress the abnormality in her body. Why, how did this suddenly... And perception, could it be that Senna is haunted by the 10 faces just like Shinono was before? I'm afraid it's not that simple. If it's related to the shadow of Langshu, you would be able to notice it yourself without my input. This pattern... Shinono, for someone born out of the sea of data, this shouldn't be a common symptom, should it? Don't they know, like, Honkai and stuff? No, this is the first time I've seen something like this. Did you notice it too, Coralie? While the possibility might be slim, this does resemble the patterns that appear in what's known as Honkai infection. But if that's the case, does it mean Earth and Mars? Let's not discuss it for now. Do you have any ideas, Perception, or should we immediately take her back to Osea? Sorry, I'm struggling to understand the root cause of all this. When I initially introduced myself to you, I mentioned that my abilities couldn't extend beyond Langshu. Or of course, given the urgency of the situation, if you all need assistance, I can temporarily set aside the principle of equivalent exchange and try to provide assistance. assistance. Alright, take us to my master quickly. Whether it's illness or death in phases, my master is sure to have a solution. Master. Come to think of it, when Lantern first encountered Baiji, she also... since there aren't any other options, we should hurry. Who knows, maybe the situation is completely different from what we expect. They think of the Honkai infection, but... if you all have reached an agreement, bring that little girl over here. However, considering the power Baiji possesses, the assistance I can provide may be quite limited. Teleport! There we go. Enter. Please don't crash. Okay. Out perception. Where's Master? Where is Nadia? Who's holding her? This is what I mentioned earlier. Limited assistance. In fact, with the power Baiji possesses, it feels like he's omnipresent within Langshu. Out perception. Why are you still... But surely things couldn't get any worse for you than they already are, Miss Sunshui. Miss Sunshui? Is that Thelema's voice? Miss Thelema's situation doesn't matter. Considering what's happening in Langshu, in most cases, finding the shoe means finding all the shoes. Baiji should be nearby. After all, limited assistance is still assistance. Oh, I cannot jump. Oh, there he is. Hello, Brett. But why haven't you had a familiar experience? I'm afraid it's because I've been with Finn. Only the retribution of falsehood manifests at the beginning instead of ending. I'm still not following. But in other words, it still hasn't passed. The tone of her voice was quite strange. The curves of her lips and the way she moved were all drastically different from before, but the man watching her leave was oblivious to all this, as if she were not Thelema, but rather another person entirely. And who is that, then? And thus Thelema left in silence. Shortly after, a special union took place in the library. Oh? No, girl. What happens? Admire yourself in the mirror. Don't find garments and wave silk threads to attend a promised feast. Tread the thorns and gravel warily, for any oversight might lead you into a despairing abyss. Now, when you look in the mirror, which version of yourself do you see? What is the key to domination? Take a guess. Narrator is Thelema. She's Eepy Sleepy. Reading people's minds and understanding their fears. Then what makes a true noble? Confronting fears and doing as you please. How can one enjoy the ultimate pleasure? Fear must bow down to me. What? I'm here, Miss Thelema. Sarah. I'm sorry, Miss Thelema. Let me help you up. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've seen you, and the bookworms got a bit excited like I did. I was trying to make them quiet down so I couldn't accompany you. Be careful, Stella. I'm not interested in sitting on the ground at the moment. Okay, I will remember, Miss Thelema. You're such a good girl. Thank you. As long as we are close enough, I can help you move better, so there's no need to worry anymore. Worry? Why would I worry about something so interesting? Interesting? I don't understand. Hands that wave fine garments are manipulated by the threats, and the aristocrat who commands her servants is at the mercy of others. Is there anyone more suitable than I, who has measured countless splendid clothes to be the mannequin? One second. I don't... Where did I place it? Jesus Christ. I forgot to get my cables. Where the fuck is it? Okay. Where is it? Okay, just char. Exquisite dresses can be devoured by insects. And elegant forms will crumble to dust, but only union will allow the smile on her lips to remain her own. I have witnessed this feeling of domination countless times, but have never experienced it firsthand. I never expected that I would enjoy such unprecedented new pleasures at a time when the world as we know is about to end. That being said, if it weren't you, but someone else, even if I could only move 2 fingers, I would make the older person grovel at my feet. Invisible threads hang high. The Dominion changed sides. She gazed at the clumsy gestures of the swaying figure, at every movement that didn't belong to her, and found herself unable to suppress her laughter until a small hand clinged tightly onto hers. Aww, they are supporting each other. So cutesy. Even though it was not the action she expected at this moment, Thelema truly felt the connection. What are you doing, my little fella? I'm sorry, Miss Thelema. I'm not a small child, but if we get closer... Hi, Isle. Hello. How's it going? How have you been? But if we get closer, maybe I can understand your thoughts. I don't understand what you just said, so I don't know how to respond. Pretty good. That's good. That's amazing, even. What you been up to? Finally getting some rest? You just got the free time from the university for Christmas? They took their sweet time. Just playing games for now. Yeah, just vibing. Somewhat. Yeah, they did take their time. But, I mean, your holidays are also pretty short. It's quite surprising to me. I don't understand what you just said, so I don't know how to respond. Even though you control this body now, my thoughts still belong to me. I just don't know when these last vestiges of self will be stripped away. If you don't understand my thoughts, why did you make me do such a thing? Oh, for sure, I can't wait to graduate. Same. I still have to do internship, but it's so boring. But yeah, I do have to work around the internship. But besides that, I guess I will pass everything for now. Just need to also start my thesis for bachelor's. And then I'm free, I guess. And I will get no job anyway. Crazy. People always give Thelema the opportunity to see through their true selves and grasp their fears because of their inconsistency, the appearance not matching their emotions. But in her eyes, Serapion was different. So innocent and pure were her desires that one could see through them at a glance. Let me guess, this is because Sela wanted to comfort me, isn't it? I hope you can feel better without having to force yourself into doing anything. Is it true that fear is like a cough, poverty or love, something that can never be concealed? When Thelema discovered that she gradually lost control of her body after that strange shadow, amorphous face, sphere came into being, she did feel lost and helpless for a while. Fortunately, this young lady had the gift to tame these feelings of terror. But now the girl's gentle words made her furrow her brow. Oh, do you think I need comforting? Is that your own thought of theirs? It's my... no, it's everyone's. But everyone's thoughts are my thoughts. So in their eyes, I seem like someone in need of comfort. Oh, I almost forgot to be unburdened by the body, to let one's thoughts wander freely. They cannot bear it, and naturally they cannot understand it. After all, boredom, daydreaming, leisure, and even thinking in this busy world, they are all luxuries. Because people need to work for a living. Some even sacrifice their personal life for it. Then there are those who don't have to pay that price, right? Yeah, they don't need to work their limbs and can still reap their rewards. They may even be complete Philistines, boasting in idleness as the ultimate enjoyment. But even the most elegant dance has moments of fatigue, and even the most entertaining game requires one person to be played. As for me, I am no longer bound by a corporeal form, nor do I need to be trapped in existence. Yet I can still enjoy this unquestionable and never-ending pleasure. What could deserve to be called the ultimate pleasure better? She laughed with delight, savoring this extraordinary novel pleasure, and girl beside her glanced at her, tilted her head in thought for a moment, and then relaxed her grip on their intervened hands. The ultimate pleasure, it's just like your title. Yes, you're such a clever and well-behaved child, Sela. Don't forget, just like Litos, or maybe even Duonigul, we are destined to maximize the talent of Shoes. Is this the gift bestowed upon us by Uncle Baishi? Gift? One that brought the sacrifice to his demise and made the pleasure experience ecstasy? The fabrication of all this by his hand will ultimately lead us to outcomes that befit our titles. Thelema instinctively touched the trinket on her wrist, where fragments of stardust crystals were stored, Before she could once again realize her inability, the girl by her side had already taken care of everything. Oh, she's... If the ending had already been written when I took it, is this a dream come true or an inescapable curse? However, without Uncle Baiji's gift, I wouldn't be able to help more people fulfill their wishes. If you put it that way, then it's true. To fulfill the wishes of the shoes in a literal sense, Baiji's creation has provided me with many objects of amusement, which suits me just fine. Also, when Uncle Baiji gave it to us, he probably didn't expect that helping one person fulfill their wish also meant pushing them into a grave that they themselves dug. That's right, to maximize one's talent is also to confine oneself to the only path. So sleeping won't relieve the pain, and closing your eyes won't make the problems disappear. It can at least buy some time, can't it? Although in the meantime, everything continues to plummet into despair. Ever since she saw that shadow, amorphous face, looming high above the sky, she understood that the sinister eyes that had pried for 100 years were waiting for this moment. Baiji, the things you did a century ago, and that thing you chose not to do, do you regret them now? The counterfeit on her wrist gently swayed as Telema moved, and memories from long ago slowly resurfaced in her mind. Please don't crash. Not again. Oh, we are alive. One day we received a gift. We were going through events that were diametrically opposite to our titles. Oh yeah, there's 7. Lol. The sacrifice was flattering, and the pleasure was suffering. Because we had beginnings that were diametrically opposite to what we now represent, we received this gift. In the end, this gift will lead us to outcomes that befit our titles. If you want something, you must first pay an equivalent price. How fair that sounds. If on the day we received the gift, we were all experiencing the opposite of our titles, then Miss Dilemma, what would contradict the act of union? Loneliness. No, that's not it, Miss Dilemma. On that day, I stood together with many folks, holding hands with them. I'm not lonely at all. Humans are inherently lonely, whether in a crowd or in the universe. This is what she thought, but she did not give voice to. Yes, I almost forgot how you stood together with your people. How could you ever be lonely? After listening to Telema's words, the girl seemed to have found some argument to free everyone from their fate and smiled with contentment. So there is no need to worry anymore, Miss Telema. If on the day we received the gift, some of us weren't behaving in a way that contradicted our own titles, then surely everyone would have different ending. Though it might seem a bit out of place to say so, all this drama involving the gift and the prize has been continuously playing out since we woke up. That is why Baiji is so eager to complete the ritual. He probably wants to make sure that whether or not he regrets it himself. I understand, so is your choice... Shh. If I were to attempt that in my current state, I would probably need someone else to do it for me. But I'm not fond of becoming a tool in someone else's hands, much less thinking for a servant. A servant is always a servant, and why would 100 years change that? She clearly hinted something, but ultimately didn't name anyone. I see, but I still don't know how to choose. Everyone said so much. I don't understand what's right and what's wrong. It's okay, Sela. You just need to make the choice for yourself. At least you still have some time before we all reach the end. The sacrifice. The pleasure, please. Guess who's next? What about Lantern? Should we tell her about this? That way she can prepare ahead of time and protect herself. Oh, you're truly remarkable, Sela. Even in a time like this, your first reaction is to care about others. That's because, since union can help everyone receive love, then if I make the pinnacle of union my destined outcome, I'll receive even more love, won't I? I don't know about that. It's okay, Miss Talama. It's a good thing for everyone to find love. Lantern has always protected me, but all Uncle Baiji's gift will do is bring a constant stream of monsters to her. All that will lie ahead of her is countless battles and endless pain. Yes, both morally and logically, she will be trapped in endless battles until she dies of exhaustion. Lantern. Great Lantern has once again defeated the monsters. Found you. She sounds mad. We are here. Did you get hurt again? Let me take a look. Hold on, Sela. Something's off about her. No need to worry, Miss Talma. There aren't any monsters around. Lantern saw to that. Oh, no, not that. No. That isn't right. If she already slayed all those monsters, then who else is there to stand in her way? Is this the influence of the astral ring? Slay, literally. What now? We day. Oh, it's 8 already. I can take a pill. Meanwhile, Baiji who... No! Is this due to the influence of the astral ring?
按照松雀他师傅白吉先生刚才的说法，是希娜在与灯的战斗中超限使用了星之环的力量，才会导致目前的这种病理性疲劳。
Hello. How are you? How's it going? How have you been? According to Mr. Bayeshi's explanation earlier, it was Senna's excessive use of the astral ring's power during her battle against Lantern that led to her current pathological fatigue. We should have noticed it earlier. Oh, Senna is really reckless. Once she wakes up, we'll have to have a serious talk with her. That being said, if it weren't for Senna who came up with the idea of using the Way of Destruction to counter the Show of Destruction, our chances against Lantern would have been slimmer. Oh, that might not be the only way. For example, we could just close our eyes and lie down on the ground. If everyone is good at playing dead, perhaps when we wake up, we'll still be in the same place where Baeshi left us. Just properly waking up. That's interesting. Very interesting, if you ask me. Forget it, now it's not the time for jokes. If Senna's symptoms are really related to the Honkai infection, perhaps surgery is the only recourse for me to share my fusion factor with her. I think I fixed my schedule, but kinda didn't at the same time. I will see how this goes tonight. Let's hope it goes well, because I have therapy at 10:30 in the morning. Even though whether Martians are compatible with the fusion factor or Earthlings remains to be seen. I don't quite follow what you're saying, but it sounds like it would be a bit dangerous. Well, yes, the odds of her survival are a complete mystery. Was gonna go out for some RPG, but fell through. How so? What happened? That's too... Anyway, now that my master has intervened, Senna will be back on her feet in no time, so there's nothing to worry about, folks. So I went back to bed. Easy peasy. But your master just shook his head and said he couldn't provide a cure, only a temporary solution. Who said a temporary solution can be a deceived move? Issues like aging, sickness, death, hunger, and resentment. There are so many problems in this world without a definitive cure. Despite that, us, mere mortals, still manage to muddle through and have a good time, don't we? Wait, I gotta check something. Hold on. One, the pliers. Oh, I see. I see. Wait. I guess. One off. Yeah. I see. Let me see. Where are we? Is this? No. Damn. Wait, this is phase 1. Holy fuck. Part 2, chapter 4. Lord, I am still like 3. I'm starting to feel unwell, so I was planning on ending a bit early. But I'm still like 6 hours away from finishing or something. Oh boy, okay. I will finish this dialogue and I will end because I feel like I'm gonna throw up, I'm not gonna lie. Take your piss. I took them, but I still feel bad. I need some water. Still managed to medal. Take more. No, because I will feel even worse probably. Oh, I see. That's an interesting viewpoint, I must say. So you see, you mustn't judge my master based on his usual sickly appearance. He's actually quite experienced in dealing with illness. Manzana? Wait, oh, tomorrow I go to therapy, so maybe after... I will also have my package to pick up. So maybe I will buy some fruits. I just drank. You actually want to drown me. What the hell? Gasp. So you see, you mustn't judge my master based on his, he's actually quite experienced in dealing with illnesses. Cough. master? Sorry for interrupting your conversation. Your friend is no longer in danger. Yeah, this is me. For real, for real. Check on Nadia. Just as I thought. Now that my master is on the case, everything is taken care of. Oh, we're running. Okay. Why is there two of them? Ah, we are very much alike. You guys are copies. Shiluna. Sina, how are you feeling? Are you okay? I'm feeling great. I've got energy and an appetite to spare. Speaking of eating, there's a whole bunch of things on number 3 that I haven't tried yet. Make health. Obsessed. Don't worry. I've got it all covered. Thank you, Sonshue. Oh, actually, I should thank your master first. He's like coughing his lungs out. If it weren't for him saving me in the nick of time, I wouldn't even be alive, let alone be able to eat out. So he extracted her illness into her copy, or what? Or the illness is her copy? Remember to be more careful next time, okay? Try not to imitate opponents who don't give a hoot about their lives. I'm reflecting of that. Self-sus, let's go. Yes. Exactly. Okay. If there is another time, I should let everyone know in advance. Is this Senna's clone? Was it created using her hair? No, let's not talk about that. How do we use this to treat her illness? Like, her illness is probably in her clone, right? Hold on, did Mr. Baiji pluck some of my hair? Yeah, confess? What you see before you is a replica made using my humble technique of falsehood. Tell her to go fuck herself. Yes. Which can sustain damage on Miss Nadia's behalf. I see, so if I were to jump from a high place in the future, I wouldn't get hurt. I have some bold ideas, you know. Why is this her great support? That's not quite what Mr. Baiji meant, I suppose. Just kidding. Anyway, it seems that Senna is doing just fine. Thank you for saving her, Mr. Baiji. It was nothing. What just happened to his coat? However, I do have one more question. If Senna continues to use the astral ring, will it cause her any physical harm? He already said it would be fine. Don't you even think about stopping me from fighting by your side? No, it won't, as long as Miss Nadia refrains from tapping excessively into the astral ring's energy at the cost of her own health. The ring shouldn't affect her adversely. The only question I would ask is what makes it possible for her to consciously exceed her ordinary limits. I wonder, clueless. Huh? Can the others not do that? Mediocre talent, such as myself, can only achieve such feats through premature exertion. Lantern, for example, has been practicing the way of destruction for 100 years. Despite that, all the power she has accumulated over that time doesn't compare to what you amassed within an instant. It sounds like you know a lot about the astral ring. To say I know a lot would be exaggeration. I stumbled upon it by chance. It was a gift from a friend. My understanding of it is akin to a blind man trying to discern the shape of an elephant with his hands. So, even though you're not sufficiently familiar with it, you were still able to create forgery of astral ring for lantern. That's impressive. The credit should largely go to herself, even before acquiring counterfeit ring. She wielded enough power to contend with the 10 faces of misery. I, on the other hand, could hardly offer assistance to those lacking the talent. Whatever the case, it might be presumptuous of me to say so, but I also played a role in Lantern wrongdoing you all. I didn't think things through. Perhaps curing Miss Senadia of her illness would be a step in the right direction to my making amends. Come to think about it, I guess our action did seem suspicious to her. The casual effect is a mysterious thing, and there is no need to dwell on it. Now that everything is resolved, you should leave Langshu with haste. As I advised you before, you did not say anything. If you're interested in the art of creating clones, here's a book on this subject. Okay. Dedicate yourself to studying its contents, and I'm confident you will master this spell someday. Huh? Are you trying to whisk us off again? While the calamities in Ossia do persist, Langshu is teeming with perils as we speak. Of the two options, Ossia is the safer choice. Besides, once the ceremony begins, you will lose the chance to leave Langshu forever. Yes, Sun Shui told us that already. Oh yes, do I need to take this version of myself as well? I mean, my life depends on it and all. Then won't be necessary, although this is the only temporary measure. Miss Senadia has already fully recovered. What? No need to worry, everyone. This is not the first time I've cast this spell. The damage Miss Senadia received has already been transferred to this clone, and it won't return again. As for whatever, I have the power to keep it up. Is he like Baiju of Honkai Impact and he just took her illness to himself or something? Stupid. That is my own business. Master? Almost instantly the man waved his hand to signal he was fine, but in fact he was far from fine. I'm fine. You are not. Is Mr. Baiji keeping the clone going by... It seems he didn't transfer Sena's image. Okay, Baiju. To the clone, rather to himself. I'm so sorry, Mr. Baiji. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. It's not as you think. Sustaining the clone is different from taking the damage in its stead. It only worsens my illness a tiny bit, and that's all. It's not cause for concern. The guy is dying as we speak. He's dying as we speak, but he's like, nah, don't worry, girl. Cough. I can cough. Mr. Baiji. Though he tried hard to ease the minds of the group, this time when he moved his hand away from his face, the striking blood stain on his hand was evident to all. Master? But how is that possible? I feel perfectly alright and I'm not injured. I'm sorry, Mr. Baiji. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. It was his decision. But like, what? Just an old alignment flaring up again. It really has nothing to do with you. Liar. After some mayhem. Okay. Are you really alright, Mr. Baiji? Sun Shui deftly offered him a handkerchief and wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. Then she turned to look at everyone else, attempting to ease the tension. It's just his old illness acting up again. Nothing to worry about. He will be fine after a short rest. But she seems much more frail compared to the man I remember. Could it be? These old applications are hardly worthy of your attention. Pardon my manners, I shouldn't have greeted you in such a frail state, but time takes its toll. I still need to correct the mistake I made 100 years ago. Sun Shui? Master, I will see the guests off for you. Have a good rest. There are plenty of amazing places on Amber Street they've never visited before. With Senna up and about again, I will take everyone on a tour and give them a real feeling of the hustle and bustle here. I can let our guests down no matter what. Sun Shui, I'm afraid they won't have time for all of that. True, there are some things you can only see here. Wait, what? Sun Shui. The time has come. Oh. The momentary look of surprise on her face disappeared in a flash before promptly being replaced by her usual effusive smile. Sure, Master, just leave it to me. But can I ask you for something? You don't really need to. You see, I've gone through a lot with them, though I know we won't have a chance to see all the exciting things Langshu has to offer. Could you allow them to watch the ceremony with me? Won't that stop them from leaving? After all, not everyone gets the chance to witness the shoes dispelling shadow calamities. Seeing the ceremony in person, even if it's just a glimpse, will be truly awe-inspiring. It will definitely be worth it. I know what you mean. But time is of the essence. We can't afford any unexpected complications cropping up. But with you here, Master, we are in good hands. I will just have them go to the ceremony venue and wait there until everything's ready. Once the ceremony is about to start, I will make sure they leave immediately without a moment's delay. This is going to end badly, I feel like. After all that we've been through, the thought of us having to part ways makes me sad. It's better for them to leave at once. You would do well to remember that. Don't worry, Mr. Baiji. We are familiar with the route from Langshu to Osia. As soon as Sun Shui gives the word, we'll return immediately without causing any trouble. The idea itself. That's right, we are good ones, just like Sun Shui. You can trust us. You two are nothing, if not persuasive. See, Master, they are all on board with the idea. Everyone here shares my opinion. Sun Shui. Master, you've engulfed me so many times. I'm just asking you to do it once more. Alright. I should have more faith in you. Thank you, Master. Don't you worry, they will be safe with me. I will make sure everything with the ceremony goes off without a hitch. Oh yeah, I'm sure it will go without a hitch. Oh, right. Now that we have Master's approval, I'll need you to head over to the venue. My light is flickering. Scary. Bruh. Stop. And rest for a bit. I've got a surprise. I will need you all to head to the venue and rest for a bit. I've got a surprise in store for you all once everything's set up. It's just a change of outfit. The costume is truly magnificent. I doubt I will get many chances to wear it again in my lifetime. You are going to die, obviously. Alright, you should get going. I've got some more preparations to care of. Then I'll find Master around Perception for help and head straight over. Wait, accompany Sun Shui to the ceremony? If I leave now, what happens? I'll probably have to replay. Or not. Okay, I think I can leave from here and just go rest. Please. I'm dying a little bit. Okay. Flame. F2. Ta-da. Oh, I don't get enough for a reward. Damn. Well, either way, I'm gonna end for today because I'm not feeling well. Why? Oh, that's And tomorrow... Oh, tomorrow I'll be home around... I will be free around 16. I will see if I will stream. But today I'm ending and I go rest a little bit. I'm not well. Here is a heart, a lure, a baby slam. And I go off. I will use shrimp. I'm trying. You banana-shaped fuck. How dare you? Okay, I'm gonna rest a little bit. Bye! Bye, 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 bye!